Hello everyone, this is lecture 3 of vector space. In the previous lecture, we have learned if V is a vector space over F and W is a non-empty subset of V, then W is a subspace if and only if alpha plus beta belongs to W and C alpha belongs to W for all alpha beta belongs to W and C belongs to F, the field. Now here is a theorem. The theorem states that the intersection of two subspace of a vector space V over a field F is a subspace of V. So let's start the proof. Let W1 and W2 be two subspaces of V. Then, since we have already learned in the previous lecture that every subspace of a vector space contains the null vector of the vector space. So theta belongs to W1 and W2 both. This implies theta belongs to W1 intersection W2. Now two cases arise. Case 1, W1 intersection W2 is equal to singleton theta. Then it is trivial subspace, so is a subspace of V. Clearly it is because it is the trivial subspace of V. Case 2 is W1 intersection W2 not equal to theta. So let alpha 1 belongs to W1 intersection W2 and alpha 2 belongs to W1 intersection W2. Then alpha 1, alpha 2 both belongs to W1 and also alpha 1, alpha 2 both belongs to W2. Since W1 is a subspace of V, since W1 is a subspace of V, so alpha 1 plus alpha 2 belongs to W and C alpha belongs to, alpha 1 plus alpha 2 belongs to W1 and C alpha belongs to W1 for all C belongs to field F. Also, since W2 is a subspace of V, so similarly alpha 1 plus alpha 2 also belongs to W2 and C alpha also belongs to W2 for all C belongs to F. So therefore alpha 1 plus alpha 2 both belongs to W1 and W2. Therefore alpha 1 plus alpha 2 belongs to W1 intersection W2 and C alpha also C alpha 1. Here also this is alpha 1. Alpha C alpha 1 belongs to W1 and C alpha 1 belongs to W2 here. And C alpha 1 belongs to W1 intersection W2. W1 intersection W2. This implies W1 intersection W2 is a subspace of V since alpha 1 alpha 2 belongs to W1 intersection W2 is arbitrary. So this is true for all alpha 1 alpha 2 belongs to W1 intersection W2 and C belongs to F. So W1 intersection W2 is a subspace of V. Proved. Now there is a note that since W1 intersection W2 is the largest subset of V, subset of P contained in both W1 and W2, and also W1 intersection W2 forms a vector space. Therefore, W1 intersection W2 is the largest subspace contained in W1 and W2 both. Now we have proved that intersection of two subspaces of a vector space is a vector space. We can generalize it for arbitrary number of subspaces. That is, second note is the intersection of a family of subspaces of P is a subspace of P. We can prove it similarly. Suppose let W alpha such that alpha belongs to index set is a family of subspaces of P. Now let alpha 1 comma alpha 2 belongs to intersection alpha belongs to lambda W alpha. This implies alpha 1 and alpha 2 belongs to W alpha for all alpha belongs to lambda. Since each W alpha is a subspace, therefore alpha 1 plus alpha 2 belongs to W alpha for all alpha belongs to lambda, and C alpha 1 belongs to W alpha for all alpha belongs to lambda, where C belongs to field F. This implies alpha 1 plus alpha 2 belongs to intersection W alpha. Alpha varies in lambda, and C alpha 1 also belongs to intersection W alpha. This implies intersection alpha belongs to lambda W alpha is a subspace of P. So proved. Now, is the union of two subspaces of P is always a subspace? The answer is no. So note 3 is the union of two subspaces of a vector space V is not in general a subspace of V. How can we prove this? For example, let S is equal to those x, y, z belongs to R3 such that y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0, and t is equal to x, y, z belongs to R3 such that x is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. Then we can easily prove that S and T both subspace of R3. Now let 1 0 0 is equal to alpha. This is belongs to S, as here y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0, and beta is equal to 0, 1, 0. This is belongs to t, as here x is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. But alpha plus beta, this is equal to 1, 1, 0. So alpha plus beta does not belongs to S, and alpha plus beta does not belongs to T. This implies alpha plus beta does not belongs to S union T. Here alpha belongs to S and beta belongs to T. So alpha and beta both belongs to S union T. But alpha plus beta does not belongs to S union T. So S union T is not a subspace. That is, union of two subspace may not be a subspace, but under some condition they will form a subspace. What are the condition? Here is the theorem. If U and W be two subspaces of a vector space V over a field F, then the union is a subspace of V if and only if either U subset of W or W subset of U. Let's start the proof. First, let U union W is a subspace of V. Our claim is either U subset of W or W subset of U. That is, U minus W is not equal to phi. That is, U minus W is equal to phi, or W minus U is equal to phi. Now, if possible, let U minus W not equal to phi and W minus U not equal to phi. Both true. We assume it. Then there exists a vector alpha in V such that alpha belongs to U minus W and a vector beta in V such that beta belongs to W minus U. That is, alpha belongs to U, but alpha does not belongs to W, and beta belongs to W, but beta does not belongs to U. This implies alpha and beta both belongs to U union W. Now, since our hypothesis is U union W is a subspace, therefore alpha plus beta belongs to U union W. This implies alpha plus beta belongs to U, or alpha plus beta belongs to W, or both. If alpha plus beta belongs to U, then since alpha belongs to also U, so alpha plus beta minus alpha, this is belongs to U. Since U is a subspace, that is a subgroup of additive group V, this implies beta belongs to U, which is a contradiction, as we assume that beta belongs to W minus U. Similarly, if alpha plus beta belongs to W, then since beta belongs to W and W is a subspace, Therefore, alpha plus beta minus beta, this is also belongs to W. That is, alpha belongs to W, which is also a contradiction. Contradiction, as alpha belongs to U minus W. Therefore, alpha plus beta does not belongs to U and alpha plus beta does not belongs to W. This implies alpha plus beta does not belongs to U union W, which is a contradiction. A contradiction, as we assume that U union W is a subspace. So our assumption is wrong. That is, U minus W equal to phi, or W minus U is equal to phi. This implies U subset of W or W subset of U. Now conversely, if W subset of U or U subset of W, then if W subset of U, then U union W is equal to U, which is a subspace. And if U subset of W, then U union W, this is equal to W, which is also a subspace given. So our proof is done, proved the theorem. From the above theorem, we can find a note that a vector space cannot be a subspace of V. Why? Because if V is equal to W1 union W2, where W1 proper subset of V, proper subspace of V, and W2 is also a proper subspace of V. Then, since V is a subspace, this implies W1 intersection W2 is a subspace. This implies from the above theorem that W1 subset of W2 either W1 subset of W2 or W2 subset of W1. This implies V is equal to W1 or W2. Thus, V cannot be written as union of two proper subspaces. That is all for today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will discuss linear sum of two subspaces. The next lecture will be uploaded very soon, so stay tuned. Thank you so much.